going down, this gives me the coordinates. If I want to make sure everything's in the same place, I can always check my coordinates page for page for an object or a picture. Height and width of a text file, of an image, of a box, of anything. And then this little guy here, this is basically just my linking. So the height and the width are linked, so if I change one, it's going to change the other proportionally. If I unlink it, they're independent of each other. So say if it was a 5 by 5 and I clicked on that and I did like clicked in 10 here, it'll update it to 10 there. If I unlink that and change that 5 in this number to a 10, the 10 would stay in here, but it would, the 5 would remain in here. So just so you know, these guys here basically nudging stuff around. Your rotation tools, your skew tools, more rotation stuff. Of course, I just want to make sure this was correct. The flip state, basically you can flip things back and forth. This stuff here is your containers. This is more for doing some HTML and flow flow management, flow design. So you can use this. I don't know if we'll touch this upon it. I mean, you can do web design through InDesign. You can make Swift files, which are pretty cool. But I don't know if you want to do anything else like that. Possibly good for figuring out a layout, web layout, the flow chart, etc. So you've got your children, you got your parent up here, you got your children, and it just kind of flows down from there. And of course, you've got your type sizes you can select here. You've got your stroke thicknesses. You've got transparencies. This is your scale stuff. You've got transparency options through here. Your opacity percentages. This is your text wrap options. There's no text wrap. You're going to make the text just kind of flow around an object. You can make it flow around a circle. You can just take the text and just totally bisect, have that object bisected. And we're going to go over all this stuff. These are all just basically run through what the tools do. So this stuff isn't so alien. And honestly, a lot of this stuff, same features are in Adobe Illustrator, what we went over last year. Basically, these are just different selection points, different styles. So if I can make an object style, just like you can make a text style, like say I want a style number 1 for my text, for example, could be, I want to have it like 30 points, I want it to be Helvetica, and I want it to be red. You can do the same thing with objects, like a box, for example, and we'll run over this again, of course. We'll cover all this stuff just to review. And then so these are basically all, it's just defaulted to basics because there are no presets. We have to make a new object style, for example, and then you go in and you say, well, what do you want to make? You can make the stroke and corner options, you can adjust the fill, the stroke. So this really saves a lot of time, just like making text styles saves a lot of time because you don't have to go through and keep on building the same thing over and over again. You make it once, spend some time doing it, and then just keep referencing that particular object, or use that object as a template and modify it on the fly. So all the formatting, color, stroke, transparency, drop shadow, all that kind of stuff can be done, and you can. Okay, and the last part of this, the toolbar down at the bottom here, is this little guy here, this little thunderbolt. This is called the Quick Apply, and if I click on that guy, you'll find this guy pops up. And basically what it is, it's just a collection of shortcuts. Apply basic formatting to your frames. You can put in chapter numbers, file names, all this kind of stuff, super quick. Basically macros or shortcuts, and there's gazillions of them. I'm not going to talk about all of them, but sometimes it's nice and quick to do this. You can do a find, and it'll find some stuff, and then you can apply it, and it brings up the preferences, and it's really cool. Tons of them here. So for example, I go in here and I want to do like text. So I type in text. Let's go, for example, text and tables auto letting. Click on it, and it's going to apply that auto letting feature to any text and tables that I have selected. And of course that feature can be edited, and everything can be changed. One more little thing is this guy right over here in the very corner. If I click on that, basically I can customize this entire palette here. I can go and I can dock at the bottom. I can bring it down here, and which I can also click on these options and I can dog it out the top. I can float it, which means it can go all over the place, which is basically it's not connected, and then I can drag it back up and have it connected again. I can, let's see, show content offset. I can mess with the styles itself, the stroke styles. I can also customize it. I can say, well, what stuff do I want turned on in this control panel? And I can turn the objects, which is, stuff in here, the paragraph, the tables, and then I can open this up and say, well, which exactly specific ones do I want to turn off and on? So there's a lot of flexibility in customizing your own layout and customizing your workflow. So that's about it, and next time we're going to actually create a new document and set some type and put in a picture. Just basic stuff to get everyone rolling on this. Okay, hope you enjoyed it.